Welcome back to Keep On Collecting. It's good to have you here. We have a box from our friends at Mattel who have sent this over for free. It was announced on Friday the 7th of March that there was going to be a new, well, it's going to be called, it's called Club Grayskull, and that was basically you could join that. I've heard that referred to as nerd tax for, it was $9.99 US, which was $16 Australian to join. Being part of the special access program, we did get this for free, the Club Grayskull year membership, and also this figure from Mattel. So let's open this up. We have the we have our hello letter from Mattel, and then we have our box from Mattel Creations, and we can see on here. All right, let's remove this from the shipper box. So this has come today. It's Monday, so Club Grayskull only started on Friday our time, and by Monday lunch, here we are receiving this, our very first Club Grayskull exclusive. Look at this. Oh, it's Hero. So a little bit of history on Hero. He has been around for many years. Back in 1987, he was teased in a Mattel dealer catalogue, and there was him and Eldor, and there was the dinosaurs, the giants. There was even a massive dinosaur, which I never even knew about until researching this video called Gigantosaur. So that was the history there. As the line was winding down in the 80s, there was plans to, of course, try and resurrect it with a bit of a spin-off called Powers of Grayskull, and that was the introduction of Pre-Eternia, and of course dinosaurs, because which kids don't love dinosaurs? So that never come to fruition, apart from the dinosaurs that you see here, and also the two giants, which I think were only released in Europe. So that went basically into law. We never saw anything again until probably about 2009, when they released a Hero in the Classics line. And for the Classics line, they did a 3 mini comic version, which basically picked up from where we left off in the 80s. So in the 80s, we had the Powers of Grayskull mini comic, and there was supposed to be 3. However, we only ever got 1. So what the Classics comics did was they basically reimagined it. They redid the first Powers of Grayskull comic with a bit of a twist at the end, which led into a second and a third. And as you can see here in the second one, in the second mini comic, Hero, he dies. So this is just in the Classics version. And then of course, it leads very cleverly into the New Adventures of He-Man here, where Skeletor dies and grabs some of the technology that that is available in Pre-Eternia from the dinosaurs, and becomes the new Skeletor from the New Adventures of He-Man. So apart from the 2009 version, then we haven't sort of seen Hero for many years, and recently we've been reintroduced to Hero in the Revelations cartoon series on Netflix, where he was the son of King Grayskull. And he was a brother. I can't remember the brother's name at this point in time. He had a brother, and so he was there. And so the Masterverse, the 7-inch line, has released a figure. So yes, here it is. Lovely embossed writing on here. Let's bring this a little bit closer so we can see Hero. Sorry about the glare. Tilt around and we can see lovely portrait of Hero. And this is what we've come to expect from the Mattel Masters of the Universe line. This amazing artwork. We get the Club Grayskull logo down there. We get like a looks like a four-armed minotaur bull type creature. And I cannot remember this lady's name up here. Cheyenne. Mattel have teased that there will be 2 more Powers of Grayskull figures this year. So possibly these 2 will be the figures that they release. Love the green effects around his hand. That's all actually just raised a little bit. And just, yeah, look at that, the green light around Grayskull. So it's a bit of a new design for packaging. And over this side we've got another portrait of Hero in all his glory holding his staff. So this is just a slip box that comes off like that, like so. And that's a box. I think this box well, there you go, this box contains accessories, or an accessory. I think one of the original I think the story was that, and this is what I think this little box portrays, is that Eldor and Hero captured this staff of transformation and they locked it away until they were given, basically given guidance on how to use this staff of transformation. So I think maybe this is portrays that box where they locked the staff away in. Anyway, that's a cool little box. Just leave that down there for a sec. And this is the figure itself, so really bright background here. We'll get the mini comic out of here, flick through that, put that to the side. So that's called Hero's Journey. All right, well, there's Eldor right there, so that's cool. Put that down for a sec, because this is what we're coming here for. This beautiful vac metal. Well, Mattel are calling it a VUM, which is a vacuum metallized. So VUM. Look at that. That's gorgeous. So Mattel have sent this over for like just an honest opinion. We're not told to say good things about it. We can just give an honest opinion on what we feel about this figure. I mean, so far so good. I mean, I'm not too critical of these figures. It's wonderful to get. Now, Andrew and I so this one was for keep on collecting, but out of interest, I joined personally. I just had a look at joining Club Grayskull just so Andrew could get one. So we have paid for a second one. This was it's 20 US, so 36 Australian. Club Grayskull was 16 to join, so it's 52 plus 30 Australian to send, so $82 basically to get this figure in hand if you decide to join Club Grayskull, which is the only way you can get this figure. As I said, I've heard it referred to as nerd tax. So yes, let's have a look, see if it's worth it. We've got a plastic cape that's molded there. It just sort of, it just sits there and flops. He's got some, what do they call these? Bracelets? He's got that, and let's open up his weapon, his accessory. So this is the Staff of Transformation. All right, so I think these must open here. It's not going too bad. Nice and firm. A bit firmer, so that was good. So we get that. It's like a big crystal there. So he will hold that like so. Pop that in there. I'm just going to try and push these up here. Yeah, no, that's good. Yep. Because I think the classics version was his accessory, his staff was quite floppy, and you just like you could wobble it, and all these the covers would just be flopping up and down all over the place. So this is quite firm, but at no point I feel like this plastic's going to break. Look, you're not going to, as I said, we're not going to play with this. It's going to go on the table. Like, I will display that open, and whoops, over goes Hero. Not too stable on his feet. Looks like a bit of an egg beater, doesn't it? But that's the only accessory we get. 2009 version, they had a sword as well, like a translucent blue sword with some sparkles on it. It was like it was the power sword in its earliest form. So it's a shame we didn't get that. It would be good to get a few different head sculpts because there's a bit of a history with Hero. This is his face. This is exactly what it was like. I mean, the Origins is about capturing the essence of the 80s figures, and this is what the prototype was. You know, people have sort of got a little bit upset about his silly grin, but this is exactly the way he was, and that's the way we would have got him back in 1987. So I think to me it's a beautiful figure. I mean, Mattel don't have to do any of this for us, so I enjoy it. Let's compare him to another Vac Metal character that we've got in the line that I've got here. It's the only other one I've got, and it's He-Man. So he's got the Battle Armor He-Man. Yeah, I mean, it's different. Like, this is gold, and so it looks a bit darker, and this is silver, so it's quite bright, but still looks like it's got a bit of a matte finish to it as well. Actually, that Vac Metal. It's beautiful. Even in let's have a look quickly at the other. I don't know if I'm allowed to show this online, but like, here we go. So as long as I don't show any brandings, I guess. So there we go. It's another version. I'm not even sure if I'm supposed to mention who made this, but yeah, that's pretty good. Let's have a look. That's bright. Yeah, I think they've done an amazing job with the Vac Metal. Maybe that's why, because the Vac Metal costs a little bit to do. That's why they've kind of haven't given us the sword or any other heads or hands. All right, let's have a look at the comic. Right, so here we are, Hero's Journey. At least there we go, we're back in Preternia. There he is with the Staff of Transformation. Most powerful wizard in the universe. That's what his tagline was. And back in the Snake Men times, looks like, what's his name? My goodness, I've lost it. Is it Slither? Shivers. It's Tongue Lasher. I've had a mental blank. Looks like Skeletor over here. So yeah, they're only short little comics that we get in here. So is it worth it? I guess that's what people are asking. To get it out to Australia and to join Club Grayskull is $82. Now, $82 for an exclusive figure appears to me to probably be too much. It'd be interesting to see what else we get throughout the year for our $16. Now, remember that I did, although Keep On Collecting did get this for free, I have paid for another membership for Andrew as well, so we can basically just see if we get our money's worth throughout the year, and you have that option whether to cancel or to renew. I do love the fact that people are calling it a nerd tax. So I probably should just call it that. Yeah, good old Club Grayskull. All right, so look, the figure is, to me, I enjoy it. I think it's a great it's a toy. It's a bit of an exclusive toy for us. It'd be interesting to see where the powers of Grayskull go, whether we get any dinosaurs released, like, or even go as far as we have seen some of the giants appear on some packaging, so like Megator. It'd be interesting to see if those giants get released, or the dinosaurs, or even Eldor. But it appears with 2 more figures being released, it'll probably be the characters that were on the back of the Hero packaging, which is fine. They're 2 new characters that we've never had in the line before, and no one has ever done that I'm aware of. I'd have to look that up and maybe put it in here if I'm mistaken. So that's it. I don't know whether this will be a quick video or not. Maybe hopefully it was a bit informative, and it'll help you decide whether this figure is worth the money for Australians. Joining Club Grayskull and getting it out to Australia, you know, is $82. Is that too hefty for you? I guess it just depends on your budget, doesn't it? And how much you want to invest in this line. Obviously it's exclusive, so I guess that's up to you to decide. But for me, I guess this, like, definitely one off, and we'll just see how many more that we get throughout 2025. So get into your toy rooms, enjoy these magnificent pieces of plastic on your shelves, have a bit of a play with them, you know, and enjoy them. And take care, look after yourselves, look after your families. And remember, as Andrew and I always say, it's to keep on collecting. You're masters of the universe. We'll see you next time on Keep On Collecting. Bye.